Hello, it's Jack. There's my master volume. Oh my god. So Evo crapped out. Evo crapped out that time. All right, redo. Mulligan. And welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues tonight. But it's okay. It's just a Musiversal session I gotta get through. I think my laptop down here needs to get restarted big time. And this interface I'm using to go into the live streaming computer. It's kind of a two interface situation. So I've got, oh, there's my phone with the audio now as well. Great. It's kind of a it's a two audio interface setup. So I've got my MacBook down here, my MacBook Air that I do all my recording on. I've got my Studio 1824C Studio by Presonus 8-channel, or I think it's a 24-channel audio interface that I've been using for forever. That runs my session, and then I have a mix in there, which I can't see currently. The universal control is not reflecting what my mix is, so stuff is kind of weird right now. But it is what it is. It's fine. I can live with it. But so that signal gets sent out of channel 7 and 8 of the PreSonus audio interface into my Evo 8 audio interface, which is a little 4-channel audio interface. Just gets the stereo mix out of that to go into Logic. And what's nice about the PreSonus is I can mix between the Logic session itself and then my mic directly, while my mic is also in the session. So if I want to mostly have you hear me sing through the session and not like a direct dry, I can just mute that part of it. Or if I want to be able to talk over the music that's happening, I can do that. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me pull up a Logic session. So this Musiversal session, let's take a look real quick. It is not happening for a little bit. So you can see I'm down here. Also, there's an interesting thing. So do you see how my camera looks very different in the Musiversal session? It's like way more, it's way more, what do you call it? Dynamic range, I guess. It's like very log. There's a trick you have to do. So my camera goes through an old Elgato HDS interface, HDMI to USB-C to get into the streaming computer, but then the signal gets looped out of there. So you'd usually have that set up for your gaming system. So your gaming system could go into there, and then you can loop back out to a TV. I loop back up to my MacBook, so I can also have the same camera signal go to my MacBook for the Musiversal sessions. It's a little tricky, but it works. It'd be better to just split the camera signal to source and then just use 2 capture cards. I'm still having to use 2 capture cards, but I didn't want to bring in a splitter into the mix as well. So I used the capture card that has the loop out and then loop out into a Camlink 4K to go into the Musiversal. But it's weird because if the minute that I bring the signal into this session up top, like over where I'm currently at here in the round box, it all of a sudden makes my thing log down here. So if I go here, I can go to Cam Hub. I had downloaded the Elgato Camera Hub. And if I enable the camera hub here in a second, you'll see that my log signal here finally looks right. It's very bizarre. There we go. You have to hit open system preference later. And then here's my camera signal. See how it's very log? And then if we bring the contrast up to like 66 and we bring the brightness down to like 44, looking a little better. And just got to pump the color up a little bit after that. It's probably about to like right there, maybe 55. And now we're looking. Now, granted, on the screen that you're seeing, that does not look correct, and I'll show you. Can I show you why? The reason that this has the color tone that it has, and I'm going to show you this. God, I'm getting a whole technical thing, not music related, is because I did this. So there we go. There's the same color tone now. And the reason that's like that is because we've been doing these sessions with Horacio recently, more than anything, and he has a very like greenish tone to his setup. And I wanted it to match the color temperature of like me and what I look like in my setup. And so I just do this color balance on him, so that way he looks a little more natural for the show. If you go back and watch the earlier sessions with him, you'll see that I don't do that, and he looks very green. So it just balances us out for the show together. But anyway, so let's take a look. So I'm here ready for Musiversal. I'm going to go ahead and hit join session. I got to put my name in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit join sessions just so, oh no, I don't want to join the session. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me close out. Leave. Because I don't want to join in the app. I want to join Well, here we go. So this is my actual Musiversal session with Horacio. I've never actually done a preview on him and actually shown his page just because we've worked so much, but I keep coming to them late because I've been so busy. Let me go join live stream just so I have it open and ready. And then if I go to Launch Muse desktop app, that's what I want to do. So I have that desktop app open and ready, and I just want to make sure my settings are correct, my audio settings for it. So when we get into the session, everything sounds and looks good. Here we go. Cool. So I can select, well, give it a second. It should load all my stuff from before. Oh yeah, see, it's trying to load my MacBook Air mic, which is not what I want. I want the Studio 24C. I want my Studio 24C. And if we test speaker, I can hear that. You can hear that. So I know the 1824C is getting the signal. I don't know if there's a way to tell. Oh yeah, and it clearly sees my mic there, which is great. So everything should be working. So I'm good to go here. Camera signal going out looks good. So Musiversal session set up, ready to go. I'm going to kill the cam hub. We don't need that open anymore. And let's go back to Musiversal and let's check out Horacio's Musiversal page. So we'll look at his session highlights. He's got some really cool stuff. Hopefully this is not too loud. I don't have a great way to adjust the volume right now. How could I adjust this volume? Fingers crossed. Okay. I've seen this guy a lot. I'd be very curious to know more about him. I don't know if the La Special is that his band, his act or something. But I've seen this guy in a lot of the progressive people's stuff. So he's yeah, he does some really cool progressive stuff. Let's go back. But yeah, this track is pretty tricky. So clearly diverse in his styles. Hopefully this doesn't get me kicked off YouTube. Bluegrass metal. So good.
Man, such a cool song, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Very cool. And then let's do his drum studio. Check out his stuff.
Hi, my name is Horacio. I'm a session drummer at Musiversal, and I am currently recording here from my home studio in Costa Rica. So, let's take a trip.
Costa Rica.
This is my main drum set. This
I think he was in Argentina.
DW drums. This is a DW collector's snare drum. I have many cymbals to choose because every song needs a different double pedal.
Iron Cobra.
This is my little plant here. This is my studio rack. I have here. I have 14.
Let's go back and look at that studio rack.
and
Hold on.
drum set.
We just glanced over that studio rack. Let's see what he's got in there. See if we can identify some of these pieces. I honestly don't. I'm not a huge snob, studio gear snob. Sometimes I can tell, but I actually don't know if I can tell what all is going on here. So he's got his focus right down there. Is this the 1824 or not 1824, but the it's a Thunderbolt one. Okay. But yeah, probably just the 8-channel. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. I actually don't know what most of these are. These must be maybe his preamps. 8-channel. Do we lose sound? Did I lose sound on this?
Studio
All
rack.
right, there we go. I'm seeing mostly Shure mics though. I don't know if you noticed that. I think I noticed that in the last session, but he's just got an SM57 on the snare. You can see that's the beta. What is it? Beta 9091. I can't remember that name.
I have here.
But it's the
This is my
beta 52,
studio rack.
52 kick.
I have here. I have
52A?
14 microphones.
And it looked like it was
on
the
drum
smaller,
set.
the
Studio
smaller
rack. I have here.
Shure.
I have
Oh no, there's a Sennheiser. He's got the Sennheiser. Okay.
14 mic.
He's got the. Okay, so his. I was wondering about that. He does a kick in and a kick out. So his kick out is not a it's not a sub kick. It is just the Beta 52, and then he's got, I forget what that mic is called that he's putting in there right now, but that's pretty standard. So that's his kick in mic. Got it. It's interesting because I'll show you the tracks here in a second, and you can get it. I'll show you what these all sound like.
Performance in my drum set.
Our session starts at 10:45, so I've got like 30 minutes.
This is really cool. I like to change the mood with different colors. I have a minor cajon here. I have some percussions here. Costa Rica can get really hot, so this is very important. I have more snare drums here, and there's my living room where I have my PlayStation and
Nice.
my TV. Yeah.
Very cool. I'd love to see how his booth is set up. I don't know if he has like fully soundproofed out of his place, or yeah, really cool stuff. Oh, there you go. There's his mics right there. So sure, it's a Beta 91A. That's the mic that goes in the kick, right? Beta 52A, that's outside the kick. SM57, Beta 57 as well. I wonder where he's putting the Beta 57 and the Beta 56A. The E604s on the toms, the AKG 214s, the AKG 220s, and the Rode M5 matched pair. I wonder if the Rode M5s is what he's using for his overheads. Man, I'd like to turn him on to the SC mics. I bought the SC Tour kit pack. It's got the SC V7 snare mic. Oh, it has, it's a vocal mic, but I think it's a VX7 maybe, or V7X. It's got the kick mic that has the different patterns. I'm not in love with the kick mic. It sounds fine, but I still prefer my Sennheiser 902, E902, I think, the second variation of it. That's my favorite kick mic still. It just doesn't require much. And I've got the Audix D6, is it the D6? It's like the standard, and I've had the B52 before as well, or I've had the Beta 52 as well. But yeah, that's Sennheiser 902 every time. It's just so easy to work with. And you can like it makes a drum pop like more modern sounding, but you can dial it out, is the thing. Whereas like with the other mics, I have to carve like crazy to get it close to a more modern sound if I'm going for that. So anyway, but yeah, so but what I love about that tour kit is that the tom mics are fine. I don't know if they're anything amazing. I've got some EVs that I kind of like better, but the overheads, the SE8s are really good. I really like the SE8 overheads, and I've heard the overhead SE8s compared to the Rode M5s, and I like the SE8s better. But then that mic, I love the sound of the SE V7X or 7. I think it's a V7X or VX7. I think it's V7X. That it comes with it. It looks like a vocal mic instead of like a SM57. I love an SM57 as well, but there's a character that the SE mic has that a regular mic doesn't. That gives it's a more, it's popcorny, like it's got a poofier sound to it than the crackier sound. And at first I didn't like it, but when we recorded Good Luck Babe, the cover, and then also Holy Diver, both of those were done with that. And while I love the sound of the other one, you can actually see it in one of the videos. I'll play it because this is my video. So, Grand Kitten, Holy Diver. So the parts of Mark here in this track. This is actually just the drum recording session. I was filming part of it, and I just used it for the music video because we didn't have time to shoot anything else. Let's see if I can find just a part. Let me find the snare hits. Oh yeah, there we go. Holy Diver. It's like it's got a poof to it, poof, as opposed to a crack. And like, let me jump to a part where you actually hear him. So yeah, it's much more like poofy sounding than the other stuff. Let me see if I can. I'll show you two more examples real quick. I think if I go to my shorts, I can show it. So this is. I don't think I have any drum recording of the Good Luck Babe sessions, but this is from the Good Luck Babe song, and the same mic. I'm cliche. Who cares? poof, right? It's much more of a poofy sound. Whereas, and so same exact setup, and in fact, same session, no, not same session. This is but the same exact setup in that garage. Just maybe a slightly different day, but using the SM57 instead. Listen to the crack. Like, you can still hear the same general like snare character overall, but it just has much more of a crack to it as opposed to a poof. And I would say that we chose right for this particular song, and I think for Good Luck Babe, the other one sounded right for that particular song. Holy Diver, you probably could have gone either way, but I like the choice of that. But I think in the future, what I will probably do for most of our recording sessions, when we do our recording sessions at my here in town with Mark, is I'm gonna mic with both. So I'll have both options in post, because I think it's one of those things where I probably could make the choice ahead of time, but it's just so much easier to have both options. But yeah, obviously it's still warm. It's still that same snare sound, but it's just much more of a crack than a poof. Anyway, that's one of the things I'd be interested. I'd love to turn him on to those SC mics and see him give a go at those. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's you're splitting hairs. It's just be another tool in his arsenal, so to speak, for maybe more like poppy stuff. I like it for Grand Kitten. I think I kind of hear that sound. I'd play it, but I can't because I get thrown off YouTube. But when I listen to King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard do the Gila Monster album, I kind of get that feel from his snare as well. I'm not saying that's what he's using as the SE stuff, but I know they use the SE live. So I think they started using the SEs around that time. So I wouldn't be surprised if they recorded those SEs in the studio, because I feel like I hear that in a snare. But go listen to either Dragon. I mean anything off the album, but like definitely Dragon. Oh my god, I can't remember the names of the songs of that album. I can pull it up. I can show you at least. YouTube Music. I wish I could play it. I don't know. It's King Gizzard, right? Like they're not owned by anyone. They're their own thing. So like, do you think if you listen to King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard on this, we listen to Motor Spirit? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a chance at this. And if I get thrown off YouTube, let me just make sure I'm recording in my session over here. So if in case this does get taken off or demonetized, whatever, I can always at least pull stuff back up later. But like, you tell me. Let's listen to Dragon, because this starts on the snare. No. Maybe not. I think I had a different sound in my head. Okay, yeah, no, I'm crazy. That's definitely not the sound they used. It's the sound that I'm going to use. But anyway, I just think it's cool to use those more popular sounds for like heavier stuff. You don't always have to go with the typical drum sound. You can do something different. Anyway, let's go to my music, because that's what we're here for, right? Do I have my session open, or was I going to restart? I have to restart the session. So let's go into Logic Pro and go into session. I'm really close on these mixes. I'm very excited. I've been in mixing phase all week this week. That's pretty much all I've done. And it's getting really close. What do I want to do? We're going to do Existence is Flawed here in a little bit. Do we want to preview the Existence is Flawed, or do we want to listen to a mix? Do I have any? Oh man, I gotta be honest. I haven't been watching chat. I'm not used to going live. Let me pull up the chat real quick and just make sure there's nothing going on over there. And there's chat. And nobody's in chat. Great. Nobody's on right. Oh no, I have 8 views. Maybe there's people watching. Doesn't matter if you are, because you'll watch later. So you tell. What do I want to show? Let's look at. Let's look at the Journey Home, because that's what I was gonna mess with next. I got Alpha Oblivion. Let's just listen to Alpha Oblivion, because this is pretty much where I want it to be, and we'll just take a reference listen, and then we'll pop over to the other thing. Real quick, let me double check my Musiversal and just make sure that I actually am on time with this. I need to go to Sessions, and Existence is Flawed. Yeah, 10:45. 10:45 is our join time. So then let me pull this up here. Cool. And then we can just minimize this. Cool. Go back to here. Great. Okay. Over to here. All right. Let's take a listen. So this is mixed at this point. It's getting very close, if not there already. You tell me. So I just realized a critical error. I want to get past this next section.
Standing at the cross, been here all my life, waiting for your shadow to reveal to me the light, waiting on your resurrection.
So, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. I think as I was going live, I had to shut this down to restart this because I was having problems with my audio interface and I was focused on being live and not paying attention to what I was doing with my mix here. And I didn't save. And if I go to my final bus here, that is clipping. I don't think it's here. Is this it? No, it's not it. God, this sucks. This is blank, and this should not be blank. I did so much work on this right here, carving the F out of this thing, and I don't know if I remember. Like, I have a faint idea of what I did. Like, I definitely did a massive low cut, just in general. Like, I had a low cut like this, but I don't remember if it was the 200, 250. It was like -4-ish or whatever. I had a pretty large high cut, maybe like this. God, man, this sucks, because the mix that I have, this last mix that I just did, that is this mix here, sounds like almost perfect. And I could tell that this one something was wrong, and I wasn't sure what at first. And now I'm kicking myself because I think I screwed myself up. Yeah, I can already hear the difference. Much more balanced. Crazy. I can't believe I did that. So, a long time ago, I watched, this is going to be random, but I'm just going to find it again. I watched a Rick Beato video where he had a guy explaining EQ mastering, and there's this like special EQ curve that he explained. And I've been using this for a long time now. Can you see that? Is it going to focus on my phone? That's the EQ mastering. And so I kind of follow this, but also in general, when I was looking at my multimeter, I could tell that like, oh yeah, let me go back to the beginning and let's just see if we can nail this real quick. So you're kind of going to get to see a little bit of what I did earlier that I got to fix now. We're also not at full volume, which is what I was noticing was a huge spike in the 8K range. I gotta turn it up to hear it. Then, let's see, just checking my phone, where are we at? 10:34, okay, we got like 10 minutes. Then what I want to do, I'm just following this, right? We're going to put a dip. So I'm going to put a dip at about 8K, I think it was before, because I was getting some high end that I really didn't like before. And I think it was in this range, but we'll see it. We'll see it here. It's like it's right about 8K, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it happens later in the song, and I want to attenuate that just a little bit. But then this shows basically doing a massive dip in that between, like right between 2K and 5K, basically. So I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to put it right about 3K-ish, bring that down. That's way too much, and I'm going to have it kind of dip just like this. And I think this one's not going to be too deep of a cut. I mean, he shows them as all basically the same cut all the way across. But I think when I did this one earlier, it was probably maybe about -2.5. This wasn't quite, all right, let me do this, like this. I think this one's going to be a little higher like that with maybe more of a dip like that. How are we doing? There we go. And then I would got to do this other. There's one more dip I want to grab, which is. Wait, is that it? Do I have everything? I've got the bump right here. I've got the overall killing the low end because we had too much hyped low end on the entire track overall. But I want to make sure I leave enough there for the kick to still punch, which is around this like 76, 80, 60 mark or whatever. And then we grabbed those highs, just the very, very highs up here, clipping those out a little bit, getting rid of, I want this to be right at AK, I think, for now. But I want to find that here in a second. This is where it should be. And then we should do another dip at, so it's between 110 and 630. 110 and 630. That's a huge range. It's probably in here-ish, whatever. This is just going to get rid of some of the mud. So 110 to 630. 630 is up there, so I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to do this about here. And I'm going to do like that, maybe like that. That's maybe pretty close to how I had it before. I think I had a little more cut than that overall, just in general. But at least this is a start. And let's see how that starts now. It definitely feels more balanced. Like not as harsh. That's the snare there. Highs sound better now. Yeah, this will sound better. Yeah, it's popping more. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm feeling better about that. I want to move on, and I want to jump to the song we're actually about to record. So this is a mix from a previous session that we did. I don't know. It's probably been like a month now because it's been like a few weeks maybe, but I was out in Canada for like a week and a half, and then I had a ton of prep for that. So it's been a while since I've been able to come back to this. It's nice to finally hear these tracks. But this is real quick. This is what his sessions typically look like. These are his tracks that I get from him. So we're like I said, we're about to do a session with Horacio. He gives me a kick in, kick out, snare top, snare bottom, high tom, mid tom, floor tom, floor tom. So 2 floor toms, which is awesome. I actually love having the 4 toms now. In fact, when I build my new studio and we put a drum kit in there, I'm doing a 4 tom setup. I don't think I'd always want that live because there's a lot of stuff to bring out live, but I really like having the 4 toms to like really spread across the headphones. You can kind of hear it here in this opening run. Trying to split that across the stereo spectrum, which is awesome. Chris Bliss, Caldera, I'm pronouncing your right name correct, says, "Existence is beautiful with all of its flaws." And yes, you are correct. The song that we're going to do here in a little bit is called "Existence is Flawed." It's probably one of my most personal songs on the record. It deals with a lot of my personal struggles. I grew up in a fundamental Baptist, super religious and stuff. And sorry, I'm switching gears for a sec. And that song is about my grappling with the idea of faith in one idea versus like feeling internally like maybe that one idea isn't exactly correct, isn't the right word, but it just didn't resonate with me when I was a kid. And as I got older and I read